What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Valencia 7-1 in the Montjuïc. It was a fantastic football, champagne flick ball in full effect as Barcelona thrashed yet another opponent in the league and trying their best to edge back into a league title race as well. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now, and there was some rotation in this game, 4 in total, with Szczesny starting in goal, a back 4 of Kounde, Cubarsí, Eric Garcia, and Alejandro Balde, a midfield 3 of Casado, De Jong, and Fermin Lopez, a front 3 of Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and Raphinha, with the 4 changes of coming in being Ferran Torres, Fermin Lopez, Frenkie de Jong, and Eric Garcia. The first goal was scored by Frenkie de Jong and very early on in the game. It was a beautifully well worked on the right hand side. Ball finds its way to Lamine Yamal, who puts in a beautiful cross, and Frenkie de Jong runs onto it from midfield fantastically well. Great control and finish. Ferran Torres as well, very pivotal in the build-up play as well, and gave Barcelona the 1-0 lead very early on in the game. The second goal in this match was scored by Ferran Torres yet again in quick succession following the Frenkie de Jong goal. It was worked this time down the left-hand side, and Balde yet again fantastic run and dribble and puts in a brilliant cross right into the middle to Ferran Torres, and great fantastic outside the foot finish right in the bottom right-hand corner from Ferran. Sublime world-class finish, and that gives Barcelona the 2-0 lead. The third goal scored in this match was scored by Raphinha. Again, 3 goals in 13 minutes. It was scintillating football from Barcelona. It was with Eric Garcia, who found Fermin Lopez very well in a great pass to the midfield of Valencia. Fermin Lopez reacts very quickly, turns and passes it to Raphinha, who of course is onside and running 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Mama just really runs out very early. Raphinha rounds him and puts the ball into the open net. The fourth goal scored in this match was scored by Fermin Lopez. It was a fantastic, beautiful, elegant, world-class pass from Cubarsí all the way in the fence, pins the ball through the whole entire, both teams, Barcelona and Valencia. Great timing run by Fermin Lopez, who's onside again, 1v1 with the goalkeeper with Mamardashvili. Beautiful finish, top right corner, very reminiscent of Suarez's goal against PSG in the Champions League in 2015. Just bends it top right-hand corner, 1v1 with the keeper, brilliant finish, and that gets Barcelona the 4-0 lead in under half an hour. And the fifth and final goal came before halftime, and it was Fermin Lopez to complete his brace. It was down the right-hand side again with Lamine Yamal and Kounde. Great pass into Raphinha, who's onside. He hits the bar, rebound drops right to Fermin Lopez on the open net. He hits it on the one-time finish as well. So very comfortable finish for him. Completes his brace. 5-0 lead heading into halftime. The sixth goal in this match came towards Barcelona, and it was for Robert Lewandowski as he continues to ride for the Pichichi race. It was probably, I would say, the best finish of all the goals. It's down the right-hand side. He makes a great run, and Fermin Lopez finds him with a perfect assist. He's very much on the edge of the right-hand side of the box against Mamardashvili, of course, fantastic goalkeeper. Low driven straight into the bottom left-hand corner. It was an absolute belter of a goal from a world-class striker and gives Barcelona the 6-1 lead. And the seventh and final goal of this match came towards Barcelona, and it was our good old friend own goal. The ball was actually from Ferran Torres doing all the work. I believe the ball was being played in the middle of the park. I think it was Casado who passed to Ferran. Great dummy by Frenkie in the process. Ferran turns very well. 1-1 with the keeper, shoots it, saved. Probably should have scored it. He runs for the rebound, crosses it in the rebound, hits a Valencia defender, and goes into the net. So we'll give Ferran maybe a little bit of an assist for that, but technically an own goal. But the 7-1 lead, and of course the final score for Barcelona. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm going to be giving it a 9 out of 10. You're probably thinking, Barca boy, we won FN 7-1. Why is it not a 10 out of 10? I'll mention that for a few reasons. Firstly, no clean sheet, which again was very disappointing from my books. We've lacked a lot of clean sheets this season. You're up, 5-0. Just hold it. We were 5-0 at halftime. I said, I don't really care if we don't score any goals in the second half. I want the clean sheet. We didn't get it, unfortunately. It wasn't, of course, the fault of any player specifically. It was just a pretty well-worked goal, I would say, from Valencia that could have been stopped if maybe Eric Garcia was a bit more defensively aware. But I do want to reiterate that Valencia got in behind quite... I don't think Valencia were very poor. Not like Valladolid 7-0, where Valladolid were absolutely shite for 90 minutes. Valencia weren't too bad. We were just beyond clinical, and these are the results that we should be getting week in, week out. When I go to the match review after we draw a game or narrowly win, and I just all I do is non-stop talk about big chances missed. Today, the big chances were scored. We probably missed, I would say, 3 out of the 10 we created. Usually, you probably score 2 or 3 of the 8 we created. So we were just really, really critical tonight. I don't think Valencia were that poor. They did really, really well in the second half, to be fair. They got in behind, of course. They had a goal that was ruled out for offside. They missed an open net that was going to be ruled out for offside anyways. They got in behind quite a few times. So that, and also the fact with no clean sheet, is why I haven't given the team a perfect 10 out of 10. But the team performance was nothing short of fantastic. Now, first half, I probably would give it a 10 out of 10. 5-0 at halftime, that was sublime. We just cooked Valencia a lot in behind as well. We glided to their midfield. The defense was non-existent. The flowing of football was sublime as well. Passing, interchanging, the connection, the chemistry was just all over the place. It was just fantastic. All over the place, of course, in a good way. The press and the high line was fantastic from Barcelona. We held it pretty well. Apart from, of course, you could say the Valencia goal that we can see, I believe it was Kounde that wasn't holding it. Of course, for the penalty as well, Barca was way off. I thank God that penalty didn't count. But I just think this was damn near perfect performance from Barcelona in this game. Only a few details really take it away from a perfect night. I think in terms of scoreline, of course, it's great, but I look at it from the bigger picture, where I know this team could be doing these kind of scores week in, week out. The issue is they just don't freaking finish their chances, but tonight they did, so credit to the team. Despite, of course, the fantastic score and the brilliant play, I have given the team rating tonight a 9 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. Of course, I'll start with probably our new number 1 goalkeeper, in Szczesny. Flick says he plays because every time he plays, we win, and today it was no different. I'm gonna be generous. I'll give Tech an average 6 out of 10. Of course, we conceded, which kind of sucks. Apart from the goal conceded, didn't really do much. Of course, there was that penalty shout. In the end, it was canceled for a foul, so I don't know if we should be able to analyze that or not. That is still a big worry. He's now conceded, 2 penalties and a red card in his last 3 games, which is quite crazy for a goalkeeper. Really needs to watch out when he comes out of his box and, comes off his line. His off-line play is a bit annoying. He did that very, very well in the Bilbao game in the Super Cup semi-final. He was coming off his line crazy, collecting everything with like 100% success rate. But recently against Madrid, against Benfica, and even today, it was a bit off. So he really needs to work on that. Apart from that, shot-stopping-wise, he made a couple of saves in the second half. I think he had pretty deserved easy day at the office. Apart from that penalty shot, that was a big question. Apart from that, give him an average 6 out of 10. Now for the defense, first in the right hand side of the center back partnership, it was, of course, Eric Garcia. I'm gonna give Eric Garcia a very solid 7 out of 10. Thought he had a good game overall. The pass for the Raphinha goal to the Lions was absolutely fantastic. You just see the level and difference when you have Eric Garcia or Araujo. It's very, very hard to choose. Very much similar to the Casado de Jong battle. You have a center back that's very, very good on the ball, can read the game very well, bit sus defensively. You have a center back that's brilliant defensively, great pace in behind, on the ball, a bit sus. Of course, Eric Garcia a bit lackluster for the goal that we did concede as well. I think defensively he had a few slip-ups here and there. I think that first hour he was absolutely fantastic. But solid game from him nonetheless. Again, coming in at center back, makeshifting a lot. I mean, he's at right back, center back, pivot. The fact he can go in each of these positions on a consistent basis and still perform well, I think is very good. But tonight, I still think he played very, very well. We'll be giving him a 7 out of 10. Left center back, of course, his partner was Mr. Kubarsi. I mean, I'm starting to run out of words for him. I give him an 8 out of 10. Of course, he got an assist which of course for a center back is fantastic. Made no mistake in this game, apart from, I would say, failing to hold the line for the penalty that was ruled out. Apart from that, I thought he was perfect. Held the line fantastically well. Press, passing, intensity, defensively, so good. Remember, he's playing with Balde and Martin on that left hand side. A lot of them were bombing up to create chances, so he had to do a lot of recovery runs down that side. Was absolutely unfreaking real. He's definitely top 3 center backs in the world right now. It is just absolutely astounding what a 18-year-old, it was his birthday the other day, an 18-year-old can do for Barcelona. It was a sublime performance from him, and I will be giving him an 8 out of 10. And now for the fullbacks, first on the left-hand side, it was Alejandro Balde, 8 out of 10 from him. Fantastic performance. This is the Balde I know and want to see more. January has been a fantastic month for Balde. Cooked in the Super Cup final. Played very well against Getafe on the weekend. Played well against Benfica. Playing well today. This is what I want to see. What I love about Balde, and I will say it again, runs inside, dribbling space. You can see that he has this capability, and I just want to see it more often. I love those runs inside because he can exploit the space in the midfield so easily, because the midfielders will be watching the flags thinking that, oh, he's a fullback, he's going to run down the wing, but he catches them by surprise every single time. Fantastic from him. Was dribbling, was crazy, going around 3 or 4 players. The cross for Ferran's goal was fantastic as well. Overall, fantastic performance from him. Goal, probably would have given him a 9, maybe another assist would have given him a 9. I mean, he's pretty close to a 10 out of 10, but I thought he was fantastic, and I would be giving him an 8 out of 10. The other right back, the other full back and forth, the right hand side was Jules Kounde. Average 6 out of 10. I do probably think he was, when I said the worst player, I don't think he played badly, but he was the most underperforming player in the starting 11 for the Barcelona. It was just an average game from him. Didn't really work too well on that right hand side with Lamine Yamal past, I would say, the half an hour mark. Was mainly doing defensive work. His runs forward weren't that great either, but I think he defended pretty well and did his, enough lick-on play with Casado and Lamine down the right hand side. It wasn't, too shabby from him. So again, 6 out of 10 average, just like Szczesny. I don't think he was poor or fantastic. Just thought he played at the ability that I do expect at a bare minimum from Kounde. Now to the midfield. Firstly, we'll start off in the pivot with Casado. I'm giving Casado a 7 out of 10. Thought he played pretty well. Won again, a lot of balls back in the midfield. That tackle to prevent the 1v1 with Valencia. I believe we were 3-0 up at the time. That tackle was absolutely fantastic. Did not even touch the player. Got all the ball. Prevented the penalty. Great tackle from him. Had a lot of those kind of tackles in the second half as well. Stopping counterattacks, preventing loose balls falling the way of Valencia. Won a lot of the second balls as well. This is the Casado that we know. This is why there's going to be that battle between him and Frenkie, because defensively he just does his thing so well. I think on the ball today he did a lot of improvement, much better than what we usually expect from him, but still gave away a ball in some sort of areas. But I think overall Casado had a really good game. I would be giving him a 7 out of 10. His midfield pivot partner was, of course, Frenkie de Jong. I've given Frenkie a 9 out of 10. I thought it was an absolute masterclass. I think his performance was probably, I would say, an 8, but for the goal, again, for a midfielder like him, it's difficult, so I will give him the X rating to a 9. But he is knocking on the door, man. This is him. Right in Flick's noggin. I mean, he was fantastic. And this is, again, like I mentioned with Eric Garcia and Araujo, there is a debate. Frenkie on the ball, progressing the ball forward, making the runs forward is just clear of Casado, but defensively, interceptions, controlling the tempo when the game is, quite dull, defensive recoveries and tackles, Casado beats him. And that's going to be the big question for Flick. I think these two players have different qualities that are differently suited for different games. So maybe for a big game, you want Casado to win those ball backs and just give it to Pedri and pray for Pedri does something. But in a game like this, probably want De Jong to have that progressive run forward. Anyways, they both played. Who really cares? I thought Frenkie was magical. His ability to control the ball, his passing was fantastic. His runs forward were great as well. Again, when you're filling in that 8 role, you gotta make those runs in behind off the striker into the penalty box. He did that multiple times. Sometimes the ball didn't come his way on those crosses, which kind of sucked. I think a few of them were actually blocked, where Lamine Yamal tried to cross it in, and Frenkie was making the run. The ball would have got there, but I think the crosses were blocked. It was just fantastic from him. Yeah, I think his duels won were fantastic as well. Passing was sublime from him, which we of course expect from Frenkie. And boy, oh boy, is he performing. But easy 9 out of 10 for Frenkie. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. The final midfielder definitely performed better than Frenkie, and he was the man of the match, and it was Fermin Lopez. I've given him a perfect 10 out of 10 rating. This is, of course, Fermin Lopez's best game in a Barca shirt. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 goal contributions out of the 7. It's just world class. But here is the kicker. Before the game started, I tweeted that Fermin needs to perform in this game. We know that Fermin Lopez struggles a lot in a low block game, but in a game like this where Valencia are on good form, they're at the Montjuïc, they're going to be a tiny bit more open, like maybe Getafe or Vallecano. They're going to come to the Montjuïc. The game will be open, and he needs to be able to exploit it. Did that to absolute perfection. He had a great game. Once the score was 3-0 after 15 minutes, Valencia really opened up, and he was just in those pockets, exploiting everything, the dribbling, the passing, the 1-2s, the movement, the runs, and also I want to highlight as well in the second half specifically, winning second balls. This guy is beating, defenders for Valencia in the air, trying to win the ball back, just like kind of little aggressor in the midfield. Of course, the first goal was fantastic. Second goal was easy. The 2 assists as well were great. He had an overall fantastic game. I think the only thing that he would have liked to have seen him get was, of course, the hat-trick, but I don't think that was going to come unless we got a penalty. Whether Lewandowski would have gave him or not remains to be seen. Anyways, we're clutching at straws here. Perfect performance from Fermin Lopez. Nothing taken away from him, and he's probably putting himself in good contention to start on Wednesday against Atalanta. These are what these games are all about. So great from Fermin. Hopefully, he probably passes now Pablo Torre in the pecking order yet again. But this shows why playing a natural 10, maybe ahead instead of Gavi in these kind of medium-term games, as opposed to a high-intensity game like a Madrid or Bayern or City or whatever, will be more beneficial to Barcelona. But great from Fermin today, 10 out of 10 from him. Now to the wingers, of course. First on the right-hand side, we have Lamine Yamal. Gonna give Lamine Yamal 7 out of 10. Of course, put that fantastic cross in for the first goal. Apart from that, Yes, he had the nutmeg. Well, he had that back heel for the Raphinha goal that got to Fermin, which was again a bit lucky. The player was closing his legs, so he deflected the ball straightly, perfectly to Fermin. The thing with Lamine Yamal in this game is that he just wasn't productive in the final third. All his shots were blocked, which was very, very annoying. I think he had a few shots that were wide, nothing really on target, but he does fantastically well to open up the space, get himself into great positions, but he either takes the extra dribble when he shouldn't, or he takes the shot where it gets blocked, which is a bit annoying. But did create a lot for Barcelona. Again, I do have high standards for Lamine Yamal. We're probably thinking his performance was probably, I would say, 7.5. But I thought he still played overall a really, really good game. Got the assist, and still has room for improvement, which we know that he definitely knows that himself. Where again, the final third just has to be a bit more decisive. Again, when he's dribbling past 3 or 4 players, make the pass. There's that one moment in the second half where he dances around 3 and thinking, oh my gosh, pass it or shoot it, and he tries to dance around the 4th or 5th. Again, the passing lanes were closed, but I think he can be a bit better in his decision making in the final third. But still a great performance from him. Solid 7 out of 10. The other winger, of course, was Raphinha. I'll give Raphinha an 8 out of 10. The reason why I give Raphinha a better rating despite having the same amount of goals, I don't think Raphinha got an assist. I think he has 1 goal in this game, whereas of course Lamine has 1 assist. I thought Rafa's off the ball work today was sublime. To be fair to him, he only had, I would say, the 1 chance for the goal, and of course he had the 1 chance to hit the post, but thankfully Fermin Lopez scored the rebound, so I'll let that one slide. So he had 2 chances, they both ended up in a goal. Didn't really have too many chances going his way. They were all really going towards Ferran Torres, who of course we will talk about. But his off-the-work ball, his pressing was absolutely sensational. The amount of counterattacks that he stopped from Valencia down that left-hand side was second to none. Absolutely brilliant from him off the ball. Even on the ball wasn't too shabby as well. Decision making could have been a bit better. There's one moment where he tried to cut it back to Ferran Torres, I think in the first half, where he had balled in De Jong on the pullback, who were much more open. He tried to pass it into a difficult area for Ferran, stuff like that. But I still think he played a really, really good game. And again, off the ball today, defensively, he was fantastic. So 8 out of 10 for Rafa. And last but not least, of course, is the striker, Ferran Torres. I've given it a 7 out of 10. Should have had a hat-trick. There's no taking away from that. Missed 3 clear. He scored the most difficult chance, which again was a sublime finish. Outside the foot, in the air. The finish is fantastic. Missed that far post cross. Missed the 1v1 with Moradashvili. And I think he missed another 1v1 down that left-hand side. Should have had a hat-trick. Definitely should have had a hat-trick. The own goal maybe kind of saved his reputation a little bit, since that chance was a big chance, but he hustled back to get the own goal, you could say. I liked his runs in behind, but yeah, I should have scored more. That's really my main criticism, you could say, for Ferran Torres. Still think he played all right, but should have had more goals. Missed too many big chances. Kind of did a little bit of a Raphinha 2.0 in this game. Now for the substitutions, it's also, of course, Ward, Robert Lewandowski, Gerard Martin, Pau Victor, Hector Fort, and Pablo Torre. Of course, Loa got the goal. Shout out to him. Great finish. I really have to say this, I might be a bit biased here, but I really like the cameo from Hector Fort. Put in some great crosses on multiple occasions. Of course, put that cross in for Ferran Torres, which he scuffed. I believe he had a cross as well near the tail end of the game to create chances. I thought he was doing very well on the right-hand side. Pablo Torre had a good shot from distance that could have been a goal. Pau Victor, don't even remember him touching the ball, to be honest. Gerard Martin, to be fair to him, had some good defensive recoveries in the last 10 minutes. And Lua, some nice link-up play, and got his goal as well. So Pau Victor, I don't even remember Pau Victor touching the ball, to be honest. But really like the cameo from Hector Fort. Hopefully he can get more minutes in this team. I think he does deserve it, and I think Kounde could use a bit of rest. So subs today, again, definitely came on and had some major impacts, and hopefully are pushing in contentions for starting positions. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick. Perfect 10 out of 10 for him as well. 3 points, 7 goals. Again, the clean sheet, I can't really blame on him because Eric Garcia was caught napping. Substitutions were fantastic as well. Brought them on the hour mark, double change in the 70th minute. Brought on Pablo Torre for 10 minutes as well. Again, the Pablo Torre one could have been a bit earlier. Quite surprised there wasn't a halftime change, a 5-0 up. You're thinking, alright, let's rotate some players. Quite surprised about that, but I guess his philosophy and his fitness team think it's better for these players to play more. I don't know, but it is what it is with that. But he's absolutely moving, man. He's changed my life. Flick ball, champagne football is in full effect, and I really have no criticism for him in this game whatsoever. Subs were perfect. Line selection was great. Had a few rotations, 7 goals, 3 points. I mean, I could say, yeah, we didn't keep a clean sheet, but I don't really think that comes down to the manager. But overall, fantastic from Flick. He's absolutely rocking my world, and hopefully it continues even more during this season. So that was a match review for Barcelona versus Valencia in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing on our first, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.
Go, 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 go.